Hi, my name's Daniel, Education Coordinator at Cape Jourimain Nature Centre, and this is the fifth in a series of videos about environmental technology at Cape Jourimain. These videos were created in collaboration with Renouvelables NB, EOS Eco-Energy, and through financial support from the Nouveau-Brunswick Environmental Trust Fund. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Cape Jourimain's composting toilets, which are designed to sustainably break down solid and liquid organic waste. Being located in a protected national wildlife area, one of the key objectives for the Nature Centre is to leave no trace behind, and this extends to waste management. Presently, I'm standing in the lobby of the Interpretation Centre, which is now closed for the season. To my left are the public washrooms, and for those of you who visited before, you will know that the toilets are composting, so there's no water or flushing mechanism. Now, some of you may be thinking, isn't that the same as an outhouse? And don't they smell? Well, I'm happy to say that while in some ways similar to an outhouse, this is a much larger and more complex than a traditional pit toilet, and fortunately it's designed to be completely odorless. A ventilation fan pulls air down the toilet shaft, preventing odors from rising up into the washrooms. This also has the effect of maintaining airflow in the compost chamber, which helps with decomposition. With that said, one factor that's critical is that the toilet seats need to be kept down to maintain proper circulation. And so please, when visiting, make sure to put the seat down after use. So I think that covers the upstairs part. Let's head down to the basement to see the actual composting units. All right, I'm now standing in the basement of the Interpretation Centre, and this big black unit beside me is one of the composting bins. This system was purchased from Clivis Multrum, a company based in Massachusetts, which specializes in composting toilets and greywater technologies. The system at Cape Jourimain is significant due to its size. In a busy year, it can be used by over 70,000 visitors, so it had to be designed to accommodate a large amount of input without becoming overwhelmed. If you look up above, you can see a large pipe coming down from the ceiling into the bin. This is the toilet shaft coming down from the washrooms upstairs. In the Interpretation Centre, there are 4 compost chambers. 3 large ones for the public and staff washrooms, and you can see over in the back there where it's a bit darker, there's a smaller green one which is used for the family washroom. There are also 5 other bins in the entry pavilion, which are part of their own separate system. In terms of how the composters work, the bins are filled with red wriggler worms and special nitrifying bacteria. These break down the toilet paper and organic matter and destroy any pathogens that may be present. To support the decomposition process, wood shavings are occasionally added to the top of the pile, and an automatic sprayer adds water a few times a day to keep the material moist. As the materials break down, liquid waste, which is referred to as compost tea, becomes stable and odorless. At the bottom of the tank, it drains off into the center's greywater system, which I talk about in more detail in another video. As for the rest of the organic material, it's reduced in volume by more than 90%. The majority of it is converted to carbon dioxide and water vapor, which leaves through a vent on the roof. At the end of the process, the remaining amount of thoroughly decomposed material has a bacterial content, color, and texture similar to topsoil. Unfortunately, because it was once human waste, we're not able to use it on site, so the product is removed by a local company for safe disposal. This is typically done every 1 to 2 years, but sometimes more frequently if it's a particularly busy season. And I'll briefly open up the bin here so we can have a glance inside. And so this is near the end product. You can see some of the wood chips in there. So just to give a bit of a sense of what it looks like if you were to actually open the bin. And so that's an overview of Cape Jourimain's composting toilets, a sustainable and organic solution to waste management. Please be sure to check out the rest in this series about environmental technologies at Cape Jourimain. You can find them on the Renouvelables NB website at renewablesnb.ca or on the Cape Jourimain website at www.capejourimain.ca.